Hi everyone, we are conducting the gender integrators interview with those students and the staff. Here is
In terms of the talent,
The gender roles are not looked upon.
The women usually stay at home.
regarding the gender role, I feel like now the emphasis is more in terms of the talent, disregard to gender. So whether it's in my working place or even in the place in my residential area, all that lah. So that is my point.
it's quite equal right now in the situations for male and also female.
That is, you are referring to the quota.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not sure, but if we talk about higher education, I see more women lah, okay, become lecturers lah. So why so? That's why I think it's because of the talent lah, disregard of the gender. So maybe in terms of job also lah, job sector. So like engineering, of course, more men. But in terms of their role, women's role, of course, it has increased lah. They are more in higher positions and so forth.
Compared to the past.
Yes.
So for the second question, do the men and women play the different roles in managing the natural resources in the community?
Different role. Yes, I think it depends on the.
Okay, just keep your clues.
Depend on the initiative.
Keep your clues.
Alright. So if we look at the differences, I don't know, but I feel like they are cooperating. Like I don't see much difference because whether it's a woman or man, they are trying to equally contribute.
I see, which means they will be one is the decision maker and one will be implement the things.
They also implement in the implementation. They also in the we call it in the activities. They go to the ground lah.
One more minute.
So I think it is getting equal.
Getting equal right now compared as well. And the last
Not
one,
much difference lah.
Oh, okay. And the last one would be what can be done to encourage more flexible, inclusive gender role in the environmental protection initiative.
Okay, what could be done? So, I think, let's say when there are environmental programs, of course we try to get the percentage lah. I mean, there are male and female lah. So we try to embrace for equality as much as we can lah.
If you cannot complete,
In terms of the numbers lah.
any clues.
For the females and the males number.
So we can target for gender equality lah.
Yeah, for both female and the
In
male
terms
as
of
well.
the involvement.
And the initiative to protect the environment.
Any
Dr.
initiative
Faiz for the
related to
station,
protection.
please stop.
Thank you, Doctor, for your time.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ili. I'm from Art Millennial Sundarian Berhad, an environmental consultant company.
Okay, so I have a few questions to ask you regarding gender roles in our community. So, in your opinion, have gender roles in our community changed over the time? If how, so? If so, how?
Sure. If you were to ask, should I? Oh, okay. So if you were to ask about my opinion in how the gender roles have changed throughout the years, I would say there have been changes, but we have not gotten there yet. We have not gotten to the point that gender is not looked upon in this community. So let's just explain. You were asking if so, how, right? For my opinion, okay. In environmental consultancy, gender roles are not looked upon. Everyone has the same chance. Everyone have the same opportunity. But on the other side, environmental officer sector, gender is heavily looked upon. So more opportunities are given to the male gender compared to the female gender. Even more so when the female officer is married or have a family. That's a bit, I would say, upsetting and sad because I believe both gender have the abilities to become a good officer in managing the environmental issues on sites and also out of sight. So I hope in the future with the new generation, the gender roles less looked upon for both sectors. All right, thank you.
Okay. So my second question is, do men and women play different roles in managing resources in the community? But I think you have answered the question just now. So my last question is, what can be done to encourage more flexible and inclusive gender roles in environmental protection?
I think what can be done is to give opportunities to females, red females, females who have families, to give them the opportunity to prove themselves, to open more opportunities also for them to upskill themselves, to grow. I think that's what's best to do.
I see. Thank you for your time.
Good morning. Hi. What's your name?
My name is Chelsea,
And where are you from?
and I'm from Sarawak.
So we will conduct a few questions for the gender integrators assignments. So for the first questions, how have your gender roles in your community changed over time? If so, how was it?
Okay, so in Sarawak, I'm Iban. So usually in Iban, the woman usually stay at home and cook, and the husband would go, the man in the family would go and hunt for food and stuff lah. But now I think it changes over time because most people in my community, they move to the city, so they adapt to the city ways of living as well. So both women and men are working now.
So let's proceed to the next questions. Do men and women play different roles in managing the natural resources in your community, especially in Sarawak?
Now?
Yeah.
Now, yes. But nowadays we see often that both the men and women, they both go down to the farm and like berkebun together. And so now I'll say it's fair.
It's so fair for both women and also women. And also the last question is, what can be done to encourage the more flexible and also the inclusive gender roles in the environmental protection?
Now I think it's important for us to promote that education for both women and men is fair, and that both genders can can further their studies together lah, in universities, and then it'll give them more exposure to environmental protection.
And also both women and also men can work together, vice versa as well, right? Yeah, okay, thank you for your time. Thank you for the interview as well.